How you doing, Sandesh here? And I'm based and basically Larian Studios CEO. You know what? The more and more I hear about him in interviews, you know what? The more I like him. He basically says single player games aren't dead. They just have to be good. Exactly. I know that the majority of games that come out are single player, but the thing is, a lot of them are not good. But the thing is, it's also the industry is trying to push into the direction of live service games and multiplayer. Um, and the thing is, they don't want to believe that single player games can bring in a lot of sales. I'm going to get into the article now, reading from pushsquare.com. Um, Baldur's Gate 3 remains one of the best single player RPGs released in recent memory. I haven't played it, by the way, arguably of all time, and is all the better for allowing co op. Nevertheless, founder and CEO Sven Vick has taken aim at those who say single player gaming is dead, a familiar discourse that has once again reared its predictable head. Vic came out swinging on X, and as primarily solitary players, we couldn't agree more when he said, um, "That time of the year again when big single player games are declared dead. Use your imagination. They're not. They just have to be good." And it's true. The evidence backs it up. There's a lot of single player games for the past 10 years, right? No, I will say 2017. Okay, let's go with since 2017. Okay, um, ask yourself this, right? Um, Single player games have had a major resurgence of where it showed you that as long as a single player game it's done right and it's done well, it really will sell. I mean, look at even though Cyberpunk 2077 is a graphics heavy game, it's a single player game, nevertheless, and look how well that's done. Anyway, considering that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 went and did a Baldur's Gate 3 earlier this year, blowing expectations out the water, meaningfully moving the venerable RPG genre forward and captivating millions of players for hundreds of hours, single player games seem alive and well to us. Of course, these two are exceptional examples, but then that's sort of the point. I'm not even gonna count. I'm not even gonna count Baldur's Gate 3 and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 as the examples. I'm just gonna say this: Capcom. Look at Capcom. Ever since Resident Evil 7, up until now, look at the resurgence they've had on their single player games alone. Just the single player games alone. I'm not including Monster Hunter, right? I'm just the single player games alone. Look how well they've been doing. They are the prime example, and they are the prime example of the fact that you can be extremely successful with doing single player games. I mean, that used to be Sony's MO back in the PS4 era, and look at Nintendo. A lot of their games like first party or second party. There's quite a lot of them which are single player games, and it hasn't harmed the Switch at all whatsoever, because obviously Nintendo is not going to chase the dying trend of the fact that we need to chase the trend of live service games, and of the fact that um, we need to chase multiplayer games, even though some of them are multiplayer games. But the fact is, what they go with is, if it suits to be a multiplayer game, and then we do it. If it doesn't, then we'll just stick it as a single player game, and that's what it is. It comes down to the fact that don't just make any game a live service game or a multiplayer game. Look at the stupid shit Sony has been doing on look at the stupid shit Sony has been doing, chasing the live service trend, and look where it's got them. It's hurt them so much. Think about it. It's just fucking. It just never ceases to amaze me how stupid, how fucking dumb half of these CEOs are. I'm a regular Joe Schmo, and even I could have told them, even I could tell them in these board meetings, don't chase trends, just make exceptionally good games. That's all you have to make. Players just want a good, really good game, and people will buy them. That's all it is. That's all you have to do. This ain't rocket science. You don't need to be that smart. Obviously, when it comes to coding a game, you need to be smart. Yeah, but the thing is, it's just it's just basic. It's just basic thought. A really good product will sell, which obviously means it's single player games are not doom and gloom. If you're not into single player games, I mean that's one thing, but the thing is to disqualify them entirely and say all single player games are pretty much dead is like, well, if they're dead, where's the evidence? Show me the proof. Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 came out. Silent Hill 2, look how well that did as a remake. That's a single player game. What did what? So the thing is, just because that came out, yeah, we shouldn't carry on making single player games. It's just fucking dumb. Let me know in the comments on what you think on what you think about this whole doom and gloom bullshit that always happens about single player games being dead. Do you like single player games or don't you? Let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.